Someone you do not expect is approaching your door. God declares that this visit holds a miracle that will transform everything. Do not ignore or make light of it. Heaven stands behind this. My child, my beloved, there is a soft sound in the air right now that only the Spirit can hear. It is not thunder. It is not wind. It is the sound of coming destiny wrapped in footsteps, moving closer to your door. Not a door made of wood and hinges, but the divine door of your life. You do not know the name of the one who holds it. You do not know the time of their arrival. But I, Archangel Michael, have been sent by the Most High to warn you softly, strongly, that someone you are not expecting is being led by heaven's hand straight toward you, and what they carry will change everything about your future. This is not a moment to laugh off or scroll past. This is not a chance. This is what you secretly prayed for in the quiet places of your soul, and now God is answering in hidden form. If you feel this message resonating in your spirit, click the like button now. Liking this video will activate the flow of God's favor in your life. Before we go deeper, listen to me. Subscribe or follow this message now, because this is only the start of what I have been allowed to show you. Heaven does not give out words like this every day. But today is sacred. Today is marked. If you walk away now, the one who was sent to help carry your miracle might go by without even knocking. So subscribe to stay linked to what heaven is unlocking. Subscribing to this channel will activate God's prophetic promise and alignment in your life. You are being chased by a blessing, and I will not let you miss it if you stay with me. Now, as you step into this holy moment, I invite you to declare your openness. Type Amen in the comments below as a sign of your readiness to receive the one heaven is sending. As you write it, see yourself not as someone who waits in doubt, but as a chosen soul ready to welcome what God has prepared. And stay with me until the very end, because we will close with a prayer that will activate this release. My child, my beloved, there is a person you are not expecting, someone whose face will seem known yet unknown, whose presence may feel common at first. But I need you to hear me with your soul. They are not here by accident. God has been setting this up for weeks. For some, this moment was fixed before you were born. This visitor may not come dressed in light or thunder or riches, but they carry something more powerful, a message, a decision, a gift, or a link that will change the air of your life. The enemy has tried to block them 3 times already, but heaven has overruled the interference. Now they are coming closer, and you must be ready. My child, my beloved, you may have been feeling strange in the last 24 hours, a little restless, sensing something but not knowing what it is. That is not fear. That is not chance. That is your spirit picking up a divine arrival. You were never meant to stay stuck in this loop forever. God is sending this visit as a break in the storm, a door in the wall, a whisper in the noise. But here is what is risky. It will look too normal. It might even come in the form of a talk, or a surprise knock, or a sudden invite, and you will be tempted to push it away as nothing. Please do not. God hides miracles in common moments, and this is one of them. My child, my beloved, the one coming toward you carries the spark of divine turn. And yes, this message is reaching you right before it happens, because God needs your faith to stay awake. The enemy wants you to be distracted when they come. He wants your heart dull. He wants your ears shut. But if you take this word, if you open your spirit and say, "Yes, Lord, I take the visitor you are sending," Something will shift in the air before midnight. I see angels gathering even now, placing this soul steps with care. It is already happening, and you were chosen to be part of this. My child, my beloved, you may be asking, but who is it, Michael? Who is coming? I cannot give you their name, not yet. Not because heaven is hiding it, but because heaven wants you to see them not by look, but by the feeling in your spirit when they come. You will know by the calm that enters the room. You will know by the way time gets slower. You will know by the tears in your eyes when they speak. This person is carrying heaven's assignment for you, and they do not even fully know it yet. But their arrival is proof that what you asked for has reached the courts of heaven. My child, my beloved, the enemy will try to send distractions before the arrival. You might get into a fight. You might feel heavy. You might feel doubt creeping in. Do not let it pull you away. Heaven often works in quiet before the burst. There is a stillness before the shift, a quiet before the call. I was sent here to get you ready because this moment has weight. If you are not ready, if you laugh this off or skip it, your miracle may land and pass by. That is how tender the timing is. But if you stay with this message, stay in faith, and stay full of hope, God will cause the stars to move just for you. My child, my beloved, there is gold wrapped in this meeting. Not real gold, but the kind of breakthrough that no money can buy. Some of you are waiting for a financial release, and this visitor carries the key. Some of you are waiting for love to come back, and this visitor is the door. Some of you are asking for healing, clarity, a move, purpose, or making things right, and the answer is being carried by this person you do not expect. This is why the angels are on high watch. This is why this message feels different. Because it is different. My child, my beloved, you have been asking for signs. You have begged God to speak louder. But sometimes the loudest miracles come in the softest packages. That is what makes this dangerous. You have trained yourself to look for lightning. But this time, the miracle is walking on 2 feet, wearing normal clothes, knocking like a stranger. I beg you, do not open your door without thought, but open your spirit fully. You will know when it is the one God sent, and when you do, respond fast. Heaven is watching your response. My child, my beloved, if you stay with this message, and if you start to get your spirit ready now, clean your heart, let go of bitterness, forgive where you need to, and put yourself in place. You will not miss this. But if you treat this as just another message, the timing may pass, and the miracle may go back to heaven marked refused by receiver. I do not want that for you. Heaven does not want that for you. That is why I was sent. My child, my beloved, I will go on now with the rest of the message. But before I show the next layer, I must ask you again, subscribe now. Stay linked to the voice of the divine, because this is not the only miracle moving toward your life. There are 3 more moments I must show you, but only if you stay. Only if you let your heart open fully. There is urgency. There is movement. There is glory being sent straight to your home. We have reached a point where this becomes more than words. Now I ask you to take a step of faith. Write in the comments below, I receive the visitor. Not, I hope they come. Not, maybe it's true. Write it as a promise you make with heaven. When you write that, you are giving permission for the miracle to land. Do it now and stay with me. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description, or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus, it is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. My child, my beloved, there are two forces watching your life right now. One is darkness hoping you stay distracted just long enough to miss what is coming. The other is heaven standing ready with open scrolls and sealed letters, ready to open a blessing that cannot be turned back once let go. The reason I am telling you this now is because your name has already been written on something divine, not by mistake, not by chance, by decree. And this visit you do not expect is the vehicle through which it will arrive. God could have sent it any other way, but He chose this, a person you are not expecting. Because sometimes the greatest blessings come through the doors we are least ready for. My child, my beloved, there is something beautiful about surprise, but there is something even holier about divine timing. This is not just a visitor. This is not just a moment. This is a supernatural meeting made in quiet, kept safe by prayer, and set in motion only when your faith lines up with doing what is right. I see you asking, but what if I do not see them? What if I miss the sign? Child, you will not miss it if you keep your spirit open and your heart soft. The one coming to your door does not come with confusion. They carry peace. They carry clearness. And most of all, they carry something that is meant for you and only you. My child, my beloved, heaven has seen how tired you are. You have been faithful even when you were weary. You have given when you had little left. You have prayed when it felt like no one was listening. And now, at last, your doing what is right is speaking louder than your doubts. That is why this moment has been set up so carefully. This meeting you do not expect is not a chance. It is a sign, a response to every silent tear, every quiet prayer, every moment you almost gave up. What is being brought to you now is not random. It has been growing behind the scenes in a place where miracles are shaped before they are seen. My child, my beloved, listen close. You will feel something the day they come. Time will feel different. The air will change. Your heart may race, not from fear, but from divine knowing. That is how you will know. The one you are not expecting will not need to explain themselves fully. Their presence will say what words cannot. They might say something common. They may speak of ordinary things. But deep below those words, heaven will be talking. Their eyes will carry the echo of something bigger. Their arrival will open a season of change. And if you receive them, you will receive the breakthrough God wrapped inside their coming. My child, my beloved, let me make this clear. You have asked for a new chapter. You have asked for a change in path. And heaven is answering, not with thunder, but with steps. Not with a big sign in the sky, but with a person sent as a carrier. This is how heaven moves when the blessing is personal. Do not wait until you lose it to see how divine this moment is. Do not doubt the softness of the delivery. Some of the strongest quakes come in the quietest shakes, and this miracle is almost at your door, my child, my beloved. The one coming may be a stranger, or they may be someone you have pushed away. For some, it will be a weak link. For others, it will be a first meeting. But no matter the form, know this, they are sent from heaven. And if your spirit is open, you will see the hand of God behind their presence. Do not look for perfect. Do not expect them to say everything just right. What matters is what they carry. They are not the answer. They are the key to it. And when you see them, do not hold back. Do not wait. Answer with faith. Welcome what they bring. Something eternal depends on how you answer. My child, my beloved, you are being chased by a miracle that wears human skin. But do not be fooled. The spirit behind it is divine. I, Michael, have seen this moment written in the scrolls of heaven. I have stood beside the angels sent to guard this meeting. I have watched as forces tried to slow it, break it, or pull you away from it. But God said no. God said you were ready, and now the moment is almost here. You must treat this hour as holy. You must treat this message as a trumpet blast, because what happens next depends on your being awake. My child, my beloved, stop for a moment and think, if this person had already come yesterday, would you have seen them? Would you have treated them as sent from heaven? Or would you have been too busy, too guarded, too dull? That is why this message matters so much. It is getting you ready to see. God does not want you to miss it. That is why I am whispering now. That is why you are still reading this, because heaven is putting your heart in place to receive what your mind cannot grasp. The miracle is coming, and it will look like a person. My child, my beloved, do not let fear whisper lies into your spirit. Do not let past pain push you to shut the door before they knock. I know it is hard to trust again. I know you have been let down before. But this is different. This is not just another turn. This is not another trick. This is heaven's fixing disguised as a visitor. And if you keep your heart open, if you let faith be louder than fear, you will see what happens when God sends someone not just to you, but for you. My child, my beloved. My child, my beloved. Stop for a moment and think, if this person had already come yesterday, would you have seen them? Would you have treated them as sent from heaven? Or would you have been too busy, too guarded, too dull? That is why this message matters so much. It is getting you ready to see. God does not want you to miss it. That is why I am whispering now. That is why you are still reading this. Because heaven is putting your heart in place to receive what your mind cannot grasp. The miracle is coming, and it will look like a person. My child, my beloved, do not let fear whisper lies into your spirit. Do not let past pain push you to shut the door before they knock. I know it is hard to trust again. I know you have been let down before, but this is different. This is not just another turn. This is not another trick. This is heaven's fixing disguised as a visitor. And if you keep your heart open, if you let faith be louder than fear, you will see what happens when God sends someone not just to you, but for you. My child, my beloved, there is still more I must tell you, and you must promise me you will not stop now. In the next pages of this showing, I will show you what to do in the next 72 hours, how to get your home and heart ready and spirit for the arrival, and what words to look for when this person speaks. Because one of their sayings will be a divine code that proves everything. But for that, I need you to stay linked. So once more I beg you, subscribe or stay tuned. Do not walk away. Do not go quiet. Let heaven finish what it started. My child, my beloved, I must now show you something very few ever get. Heaven often wraps the sacred in the simple. The person coming into your life may look plain, unassuming, or even quiet. But what you must get is this: they are carrying a sacred task on their back. What they say may not seem like a prophecy. What they wear may not look like royalty. But the air around them will change, and that is the proof. Heaven has trained your soul to notice what your eyes skip over. So do not look with logic, look with knowing. Ask your spirit to stay awake. That is where the real clearness will come. My child, my beloved, when God sends someone to change your story, the enemy always tries to make you second guess it. He will whisper lies like, "You are making it up," or "This is nothing." He will try to make you feel silly for believing in miracles. But let me tell you, with the full power of heaven, this is not nothing. This is everything. The visitor coming into your life holds a moment that was hand-picked from the scrolls of your destiny. It is wrapped in divine line-up, soaked in the prayers of your people who came before, and backed by angelic guard. You have waited long enough. Now, it is time for it to come into sight. My child, my beloved, in the next 72 hours, many of you will start to feel strange changes around you. You may begin to see people contacting you out of nowhere. You may have delays, detours, or even last-minute plan changes. Pay attention to all of this. Nothing is random now. God is moving the physical world to make room for the spiritual delivery that is in motion. If plans fall apart, do not complain. Be happy. It is a sign that heaven is replacing what was made by people with what God has set. This is what it looks like when the divine prepares the landing for your miracle. My child, my beloved, I was sent to tell you something very important now. Before the visitor comes, you must do something. It is not hard, but it is strong. You must get your space ready in spirit. Walk through your home and speak peace out loud. Clear the spiritual air with your words. Say, "God, get me ready for what you are sending. Let no distraction come in. Let no delay stay. Let me see your hand even when it wears human skin." This small act of setting things right opens spiritual doors that let miracles land without trouble. You are not waiting. You are hosting. And that changes everything. My child, my beloved, there is a phrase that will be said to you soon, either in passing or as part of a talk that may seem ordinary. It will sound like something small, maybe even not related. But when you hear it, your spirit will jump. It will feel like someone just whispered straight into your soul. This phrase is your divine proof. You will know it when it happens. Time may slow. You may even feel chills. Do not push it away. That phrase is the spiritual key unlocking the door to your next season. Keep it in mind. Write it down. It is your sign in the spirit world. My child, my beloved, you have asked for many things, but this is heaven's answer. Not a yes, not a no, but a person. A human answer to a spiritual request. This is how God often moves, when the blessing is too heavy for your hands alone. He sends a person to help hold it, confirm it, or open it. And that is what this visit you do not expect will be. You must be spiritually awake when it happens. You must be fully there, because when this miracle knocks, it will not stay long. It will come like a wave and then move to the next soul if not taken in time. My child, my beloved, do not wait for the perfect moment to get ready. Now is the moment. Get your heart in place. Let go of the grudges. Make room for what you do not expect. For some, this person will look like help. For others, like love. For others still, it may be a test. But either way, heaven will be watching how you answer. Your doing what is right is the thing that turns it on. If you open your heart fully, what follows will not just be a visit, it will be a change. And not just for you, but for everyone around you. My child, my beloved, the most dangerous thing you could do now is ignore the soft pushes. Every detail in the next 2 days may carry meaning. A word that keeps coming, a song playing somewhere, a door that opens easy, or a delay that bothers you. All of it may be part of heaven's dance. The visitor's arrival may come looking like a bother, but wrapped inside the ordinary is the miracle you were born to get. God hides power in small packages to test how ready your heart is. Pass this test and you will walk through a door that cannot be shut again. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, do not wait for the perfect moment to get ready. Now is the moment. Get your heart in place. Let go of the grudges. Make room for what you do not expect. For some, this person will look like help. For others, like love. For others still, it may be a test. But either way, heaven will be watching how you answer. Your doing what is right is the thing that turns it on. If you open your heart fully, what follows will not just be a visit, it will be a change. And not just for you, but for everyone around you. My child, my beloved, the most dangerous thing you could do now is ignore the soft pushes. Every detail in the next 2 days may carry meaning. A word that keeps coming, a song playing somewhere, a door that opens easy, or a delay that bothers you. All of it may be part of heaven's dance. The visitor's arrival may come looking like a bother, but wrapped inside the ordinary is the miracle you were born to get. God hides power in small packages to test how ready your heart is. Pass this test, and you will walk through a door that cannot be shut again. My child, my beloved, do not let old letdowns block you. You have waited for so long, and the delays have hurt your hope. I see that. I feel the tiredness in your soul. But please do not bury your hope. The reason it took this long is because what is coming is so full of glory, it needed layers of getting ready. Not just for you, but for the one holding it too. This is not a drop-off. This is a divine meeting. And heaven does not rush the sacred. But now it is time. My child, my beloved, I will go on with this message even further, because what lies ahead may shake your whole world. In the next part, I will show the possible feelings you may have when the visitor arrives, why the enemy is watching this hour closely, and what you must do within the first 5 minutes of their presence to turn on the full shift. But for that, I need your full focus. I ask again, stay with this message. Subscribe. Do not shut the door before the knock. You have waited too long to walk away now. My child, my beloved, let me get your heart ready now for something you might not expect. When this visitor comes into your life, whether they walk, speak, call, or just show up, you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel tears forming for reasons you cannot explain, or a sudden calm may wash over you. This is not feeling. This is knowing. Your soul will see before your mind gets it. Heaven is not just sending you a person. Heaven is sending you a turning on. And when it happens, it will open something in your spirit that has been asleep, a version of you that has been waiting to get up. My child, my beloved, but I must warn you, the enemy will try one last time before the arrival. He will try to throw shadows over your joy, whisper doubt, plant uncertainty, bring bother or even anger into your air. He will try to wear down your patience or harden your heart with hurt. That is why I was sent. That is why this message had to reach you today. You must guard your spirit from attacks on your feelings. Do not let small things take you away. Do not get into fights. Do not go over old pain. The enemy is scared of what is about to be given to you. That is why he is trying to twist your focus now. But heaven says, stay set, stay open, stay awake. My child, my beloved, I need you to get something divine. When this person comes, they will not just be bringing something for you. They may be bringing something meant to bless those linked to you. Your family, your line, your children, what you leave behind. God is not just answering your prayer. God is fixing the chain. You were chosen to break curses and start blessings that reach beyond your years. So, when this miracle comes, even if it seems small, even if it feels like just a moment, remember what is being let go through it may echo for generations. That is how big this is. My child, my beloved, if you are reading this right now, it means you have not walked away. That alone is strong, because many have missed their moment by skipping the one message heaven sent to get them ready. But not you. You have stayed. You have read. You have felt this is not normal. And you are right, this is not normal. This is a message sent from the high courts of heaven. This is why you have been feeling stirred. Why dreams have changed. Why delays suddenly came. Why your heart feels heavy and hopeful at the same time. It is because your destiny has entered the last countdown toward coming true. My child, my beloved, let me give you something real now. When the visitor comes, do not try to control the moment. Do not think too much. Do not try to act, just be open. Be there. Listen with more than your ears. Answer from your soul. Ask God quietly in that moment, is this the one? And if peace fills the space, not logic but peace, then you will know. And when you know, act in faith. Say yes to the invite. Say yes to the chance. Say yes to the moment. Your yes is the switch. Your doing what is right is the oil. Your belief is the okay heaven has been waiting for. My child, my beloved, some of you may get this through a phone call, others through a real meeting. For some, it may be a person you forgot. For others, someone completely new. But you will feel it. You will know. Do not question yourself when it happens. Do not ask why now. The better question is why not now? You have waited. You have made it through. You have let go. And now, at last, heaven is giving you the thing you could never make with your own strength. But you must not shut your heart before the visitor arrives. The miracle is already moving. Your part is to stay soft, stay listening, stay ready. My child, my beloved, I can see past the curtain of what is seen. I see the angel placed near your home. I see the spiritual scroll that has your name carved in gold ink. I see the date this week. I see the time soon. And I see heaven watching with great hope to see how you answer. You were never forgotten. You were never looked over. And now, the very thing you thought was lost is being sent back to you, not in the form you thought, but in the exact timing you need. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, some of you may get this through a phone call, others through a real meeting. For some, it may be a person you forgot. For others, someone completely new. But you will feel it, you will know. Do not question yourself when it happens. Do not ask why now. The better question is why not now? You have waited, you have made it through, you have let go. And now, at last, Heaven is giving you the thing you could never make with your own strength. But you must not shut your heart before the visitor arrives. The miracle is already moving. Your part is to stay soft, stay listening, stay ready. My child, my beloved, I can see past the curtain of what is seen. I see the angel placed near your home. I see the spiritual scroll that has your name carved in gold ink. I see the date, this week. I see the time soon. And I see heaven watching with great hope to see how you answer. You were never forgotten. You were never looked over. And now, the very thing you thought was lost is being sent back to you, not in the form you thought, but in the exact timing you need. My child, my beloved, it is important now to stay in line. Keep your space clean, not just your home, but your soul. Stay away from gossip. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from fear. Set your purpose in the morning and pray with hope. Say, God, I do not know the exact time, but I know you have marked it. Help me stay ready. Help me not miss what you are doing, because I was busy with what you are not doing. This keeps your heart in place to receive. Heaven will not fight for your focus. If you stay open, the visitor will come through without wait. But if you let noise fill your heart, you may block the very thing you have cried for. My child, my beloved, I will share more, because there is still one last part I must show. There is a window of time coming where your answer must be fast. I will explain this in the next part. This window is measured in minutes, and if you see it and act within it, a door will open that even the enemy cannot shut. But if you miss it, the chance may fold back into heaven. I will also show the surprise reward hidden after the meeting. Yes, something you do not see coming, something bigger than even your current prayer. But I need you to stay. Do not leave now. Do not let distraction win. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. My child, my beloved, there is something so urgent in heaven right now that I can feel the spiritual shake even as I speak this to you. A window of time has been set for your life, and this is not a picture window. It is real. This window will only stay open for a short moment. That moment is turned on the second your visitor you do not expect links with you. The moment their voice comes into your space, or their presence steps across your door, the clock will begin to move. And what happens in the first 5 minutes of that divine crash will tell whether the full blessing grows or just goes by. Yes, beloved, that is how tender and holy this moment is. If you feel a strong pull in your soul to hug, to listen, to say yes, do not argue with it. Do not wait for proof from the world. Trust the peace in your spirit. It is louder than any fact the mind could ever give. The blessing is not waiting for perfect. The blessing is waiting for your being there. My child, my beloved, let me show you something the enemy never wanted you to know. The moment this visitor comes into your life, a second miracle starts to move, one you cannot see at first. This hidden reward is not carried by the visitor, but let go from heaven the moment your heart opens in doing what is right. It is the reward behind the reward, the blessing that follows the first one like a shadow of glory. Some of you are about to get healing in your body. Some will see a break in money. Some will watch broken family ties be woven back by a thread so strong it could not have come from people. These things are not random. They are the afterglow of doing what is right in spirit. And you will not even have to ask for them. Your faith in the moment will open them for you. But if you walk away, if you doubt, if you ignore the visitor, because they do not look like a miracle, then that second wave of glory will never get the chance to reach you. My child, my beloved, do not be fooled by looks. The person sent to you may not speak well. They may stutter. They may seem broken themselves. They may appear unsure. But heaven did not choose them for their power. Heaven chose them for their task. They are a carrier, not a performer. And your miracle is hidden in their being there, not their being perfect. God has often chosen weak pots to carry heavy blessings because it makes us listen with our hearts instead of our eyes. Do not push away what feels unknown. Do not shut the door because they do not look like an angel. Keep this in mind always. Divine things rarely come looking divine. Heaven often comes dressed in being small. My child, my beloved, you have been asking God to send you help. You have been praying for clearness, for proof, for movement. And now, when heaven is answering through a person, the only thing that can stop the miracle is your not wanting to believe that it is real. So many people miss their destiny not because they were not loved, but because they could not see it when it came in a form they did not think of. But not you. Not this time. You have been made ready. You have been chosen. You were meant to read this, to stay this long, because you are part of a very small number of people heaven is turning on this week. The rest of the world may miss it, but you, beloved, have been asked to receive what others can only dream about. My child, my beloved, this person who is coming to your door may have been late for reasons you will never fully get. Maybe they tried to reach you once and were stopped. Maybe their life fell apart, and now they are being sent to you not just to give a word, but to receive one in return. Because heaven works in holy trades, what they give you will bless your future, but what you give them may heal their past. This is not just a one-sided miracle. This is a sacred swap. And that is why the enemy has fought so hard to delay this moment, because what is being swapped carries forever weight. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, this person who is coming to your door may have been late for reasons you will never fully get. Maybe they tried to reach you once and were stopped. Maybe their life fell apart, and now they are being sent to you not just to give a word, but to receive one in return. Because heaven works in holy trades, what they give you will bless your future, but what you give them may heal their past. This is not just a one-sided miracle. This is a sacred swap. And that is why the enemy has fought so hard to delay this moment, because what is being swapped carries forever weight. My child, my beloved, you may see unusual things around you over the next 24 hours. Maybe a flickering light, a number coming up again, a song that speaks right to your spirit, a dream that stays past morning. These are not chance. They are spiritual signs. Heaven is already whispering, getting your senses ready. Some of you have felt this coming for days, but could not say why. That was your spirit answering what is coming in the unseen. I, Archangel Michael, was told to say it for you now. This is the moment you have been feeling, the shift you could not name, the reason you have been restless. It is not worry, it is being in line. My child, my beloved, you are not just getting a visitor, you are getting a verdict. This divine arrival is heaven's word that the waiting season has come to its end. It means the verdict is turning in your favor. The closed cases in heaven are being opened again and turned around. The prayers that got no answer are being signed. This person is bringing the last signature. That is why the knock at your door is not just physical, it is prophetic. And when it comes, it will echo in your soul. You will know it was not random. You will know this message got you ready for the one knock that changes everything. My child, my beloved, heaven is watching you now. Every step you take after getting this message will either bring you closer or push you further from the miracle. But you are not alone. Angels have been sent to help you see, to guard your heart, to guide your timing. They cannot make the choice for you, but they will make sure the moment finds you. All you must do is not run from it when it comes, not question it until you miss it. Say yes. Say yes with your whole heart. Heaven is not giving you something ordinary. This is divine help disguised as a human interruption. My child, my beloved, there is only one thing left to say before I go into the last part of this sacred showing. The miracle will not wait forever. This is not a message to keep for later. The visitor will not knock again and again. The time is short because the blessing is heavy, and heaven knows that waiting will weaken what is meant for you. So, one more time, I beg you, stay ready. Subscribe. Listen. Act fast. Take in faith. Because the person coming toward you is not a stranger. They are an answer. They are a vessel. They are the start of the next chapter heaven has written just for you. Now I ask you to seal this moment. Write Amen in the comments below as your final yes to the miracle that is moving toward you. Let it be a mark that you are ready, not just with words, but with your whole spirit. As you type it, know that heaven is moving to deliver what belongs to you. Stay with me as we move into the final part. My child, my beloved, now that the miracle is almost at your door, I must get you ready for what comes after the arrival. Many think the moment ends when the visitor leaves, but that is where the next divine task begins. After the meeting, your spirit will feel stirred. You might even feel emotionally raw, as if something inside you has been opened. That is not just a feeling, that is the spiritual leftover of divine meeting. The presence of someone heaven sent leaves a vibration behind. You will see it in your dreams, in how quiet your heart becomes, and even in the air around your home. That is when you must lock the moment. You lock it not with words, but with worship. Speak out loud, even if it is only a whisper. Thank you, Father, for what you have just let go. I take it, I honor it, and I keep it safe. This spiritual locking keeps the enemy from stealing the seed before it has a chance to grow. My child, my beloved, the blessing that comes with this meeting is not just a moment, it is a doorway. And doorways must be treated with respect. Do not go back to old ways right after the person leaves. Do not fall into complaining, overthinking, or playing back every detail to find flaws. That is how doubt sneaks in. Instead, stay still. Let the miracle settle. Let heaven finish what it started. There are angels sent to carry the blessing from that moment and spread it into many areas of your life: health, money, making things right, purpose, and spiritual strength. But if your heart moves too fast into doubt, it can slow or even stop what was meant to keep flowing. This is the moment for deep respect, a holy pause, a quiet knowing that God just stepped into your life in a way that only He could. My child, my beloved, what happens in the days that follow this meeting is just as sacred. You may get chances you did not look for. You may get insight about choices you have been putting off. You may suddenly see people treating you differently, as if they can feel something new on you, because they can. When heaven marks a person, the world feels it before the person even speaks. That mark is now resting on your life, but you must walk in it with being small. Do not boast. Do not tell everyone. This miracle is deeply personal, and heaven wants you to keep it safe and quiet for now. Later, there will be a time to speak about it, but first, there must be a time to let the blessing grow. My child, my beloved, you may be asking, will there be more? And the answer is yes. For those who answer in faith, there will be a second meeting. This second divine meeting will not come to your door. Instead, it will come through your voice. A person you speak to will suddenly change in front of you. The words you say will not even feel like your own. It will feel as if heaven uses your mouth for a moment. And when that happens, you will see that the miracle that came into your life through one visitor is now moving through you to reach someone else. This is the growth of divine visit. You were not only chosen to receive, you were chosen to carry. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, you may be asking, will there be more? And the answer is yes. For those who answer in faith, there will be a second meeting. This second divine meeting will not come to your door. Instead, it will come through your voice. A person you speak to will suddenly change in front of you. The words you say will not even feel like your own. It will feel as if heaven uses your mouth for a moment. And when that happens, you will see that the miracle that came into your life through one visitor is now moving through you to reach someone else. This is the growth of divine visit. You were not only chosen to receive, you were chosen to carry. My child, my beloved, you are not who you were before this message found you. You are now someone heaven has marked for movement. God trusted you with something sacred, the knowing of what is coming. You are more ready than you think. You may not feel holy. You may not feel ready. But heaven does not choose based on being perfect. Heaven chooses based on being willing. And you were willing to listen. You stayed with this message when others would have scrolled away. That is faith. And that is why the miracle will reach you. My child, my beloved, let this be your last instruction. Stay in a way of being ready. Each morning when you get up, say, Lord, let me not miss what you have made ready. Let my spirit answer with joy and not fear. Let me be soft where others have grown hard. Let me move when you whisper. That way of being ready is what brings miracles near. Heaven does not send miracles to closed doors. But your door, beloved, is wide open. Not just the one in your house, but the one in your soul. And because of that, something beyond nature is on its way to meet you. My child, my beloved, I leave you with this. There are moments in life that are ordinary, and there are moments that are divine cross points. What you are standing in now is no longer ordinary. It is a cross point, a divine meeting, a sacred bump between heaven's calendar and your time. What happens next is not based on luck. It is based on your seeing. Do not miss what others look over. The miracle is not coming. It is already moving, and it is now just steps away from your door. My child, my beloved, stand still. Breathe, listen. The knock you hear next may carry more than just a sound. It may carry your answered prayer. Do not skip it. Do not laugh it off. Do not wait, open. And when you do, may every part of your life begin to shift in the way of destiny. The miracle is closer than ever, and heaven is smiling because you did not miss it. My child, my beloved, even now, as your eyes move across this message, the spiritual world is busy. Angels are moving. There is a light forming around your home, soft but bright, like the quiet glow before dawn. And inside that light, your name is being said with deep respect. Not by people, but by heaven. They are not just watching your life, they are keeping safe what is about to come into it. The miracle is no longer delayed. The visitor is no longer on the way. They are near. And you may feel it, even if you do not get it yet. That sense of waiting in your chest, that quiet pause between distractions, that sudden moment of stillness. It is heaven's breath resting over your story. My child, my beloved, there is nothing you need to earn to receive what is coming. This miracle is not a prize for being perfect. It is an answer to your not giving up. Heaven saw you keep going when others gave up. God watched as you believed, even with shaking hands. The miracle is not arriving because you were strong. It is arriving because you did not stop. That kind of faith moves heaven. That kind of heart invites divine timing to come early. And beloved, that is what this is, early release. This was not supposed to arrive yet, but because you kept going, the process has been sped up. You were found true in a hidden season, and now God is rewarding you in a public one. My child, my beloved, let this truth sink deep into you. God has not forgotten a single word you have whispered to him. Not one tear you cried in quiet went unseen. Not one lonely night was wasted. All of it was getting ready. All of it was sacred. And now, in divine return, he is sending the answer. Not in the way you thought, but in the way that will change everything. You thought the answer would be a break, but it is a person, a human way of giving divine release. And this one's soul may unknowingly carry the instruction, the proof, the help, or the link that your whole future has been waiting for. My child, my beloved, when the door opens, whether in body, heart, or spirit, you must say yes, even if you feel unsure, even if you feel small, even if the visitor does not say all the right words. Say yes in your heart. Say yes to the timing. Say yes to the miracle. Say yes to the shift. This one yes will carry more weight than every no that tried to block you in the past. This yes will break cycles. This yes will open the gate. And once the gate is open, beloved, your life will no longer look the same. Because when God moves, he does not just fix, he builds again. He does not just heal, he adds more. My child, my beloved, there is a quiet in heaven right now. A stillness. The kind that only happens when a sacred line up is near. Your spirit has been called into divine knowing. Your house has been marked as the place for a visit. And your soul, though tired, is now glowing with being ready. God trusted you to receive what others could not. And this trust is not small. It is holy. The visitor you are about to meet may not know how important they are. They may not know they are carrying divine oil. But you will know, and that seeing alone will open the flow. My child, my beloved, I will not speak much longer, for the time is now. The moment is near. But I leave you with this last whisper. You are the answer to someone else's prayer too. What comes into your life through this miracle will not only heal you, it will heal those you touch. This is the power of divine flow. The blessing does not end with you. It goes through you. And if you walk forward with faith, the miracle that visits your door will become the miracle that visits people to come. My child, my beloved, open your heart. Open your door. The visitor you do not expect is not just someone. They are something from heaven, and heaven is watching. God says, "This night has been chosen for your miracle." Archangel Michael is in tears begging you to open this before heaven passes you by. My child, my beloved, do not turn away from this moment. Do not let your heart become distracted, not even for a second, because this is no ordinary message. Heaven has been watching you, whispering your name again and again into the night sky. And now, yes now, my dear one, something has shifted. I, Archangel Michael, have been allowed to speak this straight into your spirit, because there is a doorway that has just opened for you. This night, yes, this very night has been hand-picked by the divine hand of God for your miracle. Not tomorrow, not next week. This is the moment the heavens have lined up, and it will not wait. You have carried loads that were never yours to bear. You have cried quietly behind smiles. You have asked if your prayers even went past the ceiling. But beloved, I am here to tell you they did. Every word, every tear, every midnight whisper into your pillow was seen, was felt, and is now moving something so big, so glorious behind the curtain, that if you truly got it, you would fall to your knees in wonder. But there is a warning in my heart. If you do not open your spirit now, this divine chance may slip past you like wind between your fingers. Before you read further, I ask you with love and urgency, subscribe now to this divine channel where heaven keeps speaking to you. Do not let another message pass without your soul being tuned in. God does not want to lose you. Neither do I. My beloved, my child, the reason I am crying today is because I see how close your miracle is, and yet I also see the enemy circling. I see the moment you will either rise in full power or shrink in fear. I see the door that is already cracked open, and I see the hands of those trying to shut it behind your back. Listen to me carefully. This is not a test. This is not a chance. This is your set time. I do not say that lightly. I do not say that to everyone. I say that to you because your destiny has been under attack, and heaven is answering. God has placed something with your name written on it in gold script. But it must be taken tonight. That is why I am begging. That is why I am on my knees in the spirit crying out your name before the throne. Do you not know how valuable you are? Do you not see that heaven has never stopped fighting for you? My heart shakes with the strength of what is coming your way. Not just blessings, but a life-changing shift that could heal what generations before you never could. But it needs your yes. Not tomorrow, tonight. My child, my beloved, what if I told you someone in the heavenly world is still praying for you? Someone who left this earth thinking they had failed, but their last prayer was about you. What if I told you their words reached God, and tonight is the night that prayer gets answered, but only if your heart stays open. There is a reason you are seeing this. You did not find this message by chance. You did not click out of boredom or just to see. You were drawn here. Your spirit is answering before your mind even gets what is happening. That is because your miracle is spiritual first and physical second. There is a sound in the realm of light that has your wave, and it is calling you into line. But child, if you skip, if you scroll, if you ignore this sacred moment, then heaven will have no choice but to pass the blessing to another. I do not want that to happen. I am begging with everything in me, stay. Stay and let the miracle unfold. Stay and let your name be carried to the throne tonight. My child, my beloved, you were never meant to carry this much alone. You were never meant to go this far without comfort. Heaven has been watching you, not with judgment, but with divine sadness, because so many around you have failed to get the weight you carry. But tonight something will shift in your favor. The sky has already begun to move. Something sacred is unfolding just below your world, and I have been told to bring you this message before it passes. The scroll that has your name is still open, but it will not stay open forever. There is a time limit, a divine moment that only comes once in a season, and child, that moment is this night. If you walk away, you may never know what you have lost until it is already in the hands of someone else. Do not wait. Do not let fear or doubt shut your spirit. My beloved, I must tell you the truth. There is someone who tried to stop this miracle from reaching you. Yes, there is a force that has studied your name, your ways, your dreams. They whispered lies into the ears of those around you, trying to block the help you needed. But heaven has turned it around. What was stolen will now be returned. The blessing that was sent another way is coming back around. But this time, it is coming with speed and with fire and with favor that no human hand can block again. That is why I am crying. That is why I am shaking. Because I know what is coming for you, and I know what will be missed if you let this moment pass. God has already said, I have signed it in their name. Send it now. Let no demon touch it. This message is the knock on your spiritual door. Will you open it before it goes away? My child, my beloved, there is a man talking about you right now in the spirit world. He is stunned by the light that covers your name. He once ignored you, once doubted you, once believed you were plain. But now he has been shown the truth, and he is desperate to make things right. But I must warn you, he is not the only one watching. Heaven is watching. Angels are watching. But so are those who wish you delay. Your blessing is surrounded, but God is clearing the path. That is why I was sent. That is why your spirit felt pulled to this message like a magnet. You were not making up that pull. You were not making up that flutter in your heart. That was me. That was your angel. That was your miracle whispering, please do not leave now. My child, my beloved, there is a man talking about you right now in the spirit world. He is stunned by the light that covers your name. He once ignored you, once doubted you, once believed you were plain. But now he has been shown the truth, and he is desperate to make things right. But I must warn you, he is not the only one watching. Heaven is watching. Angels are watching. But so are those who wish you delay. Your blessing is surrounded, but God is clearing the path. That is why I was sent. That is why your spirit felt pulled to this message like a magnet. You were not making up that pull. You were not making up that flutter in your heart. That was me. That was your angel. That was your miracle whispering, please do not leave now. I see your name written in gold. I see the place your feet are about to walk into, and beloved, it is bigger than you dared ask for. You thought your time had passed. You believed the miracle belonged to someone else. But God was quiet because he was making something special for you, something made just for you. A job you did not apply for. A house you did not know was being built. A link you thought had ended forever. All of it has been kept behind the curtain, waiting for this night, waiting for this moment when heaven would open the scroll and call you by name. That time is now. That voice calling you is real, and this moment has been chosen for your miracle. Not your neighbor, not your friend. You who have suffered quietly. You who have prayed even when it felt like the answers were silent. You who never stopped believing. My child, my beloved, there is someone you lost, someone in heaven who has been asking for you. This person has begged the angels to let you know that they are still with you, that they never stopped watching over you. They saw your tears. They saw your heartbreak. They saw the moment you almost gave up, and they have been whispering into the ears of heaven for you. Do you know what happens when a soul in heaven speaks your name before the throne? It makes waves across worlds. It shifts things in ways no human effort can. And tonight, because of that soul, because of their unshaken love for you, heaven has decided to step in. Archangel Michael has been sent. The message has been delivered. But now it is your turn to answer. Will you open your hands? Will you say yes before it goes away? Beloved, I do not often use these words, but I must now. This is urgent. I feel the pressure in the spirit. I feel the pull between your miracle and the force that is still trying to stop it. You have been running in circles, not because you are lost, but because your blessing was delayed. But now the delay has ended. I am sent to tell you the divine hour has come, and the enemy is scared. Because when you receive what is being sent to you tonight, everything that was meant to break you will be turned around. The plans against your life will fall. Your name will rise like the morning sun, and those who laughed at you will be silenced by your break. This is not fantasy. This is not make-believe. This is holy, and this is real. My child, my beloved, do not wait. Every delay is a risk. Every distraction is a danger. There is a reason the enemy has been trying to wear you out. Why certain people in your life have been strangely far. Why your energy feels low and your faith is being tested. It is because something strong is coming into your life, and the spiritual world knows it. When heaven plans to let go of a blessing, the darkness shakes. And beloved, the shake has already begun. The demons are running. The curses are breaking. The spiritual chains are falling apart, and you must not skip this moment. If you miss this call, you may end up chasing something that already belongs to you now. My beloved, tonight is not an ordinary night. I cannot say this loud enough. This is one of the rare moments in your divine time where heaven is not just watching, but acting. There are certain moments when God says, now is the time. Send the angel. Break the cycle. Give the reward. And child, that is what this is. You have reached that rare line up. You have walked through enough fire. You have passed the unseen tests. Even when you doubted yourself, heaven did not. And now the miracle that once seemed like a far promise is at your door. But here is the catch. It will not knock twice. My child, my beloved, you have no idea how many things were meant to go wrong for you, but did not. You do not know the number of times heaven blocked something in silence. You never saw the car that should have swerved. You never met the person who was sent to destroy you, but missed you by a second. You do not hear the talks the enemy had about you behind closed doors. But I did. I was there. I have been your shield. I have stood between you and ruin more times than you could think. And tonight, yes, tonight, I am here once more, but not to block, not to fight, not to warn. I am here to give. I come holding something in my hands with your name written across it in fire. And I am crying because I know that if you open this now, your life will never be the same again. But I am also afraid that distraction, fear, or doubt will pull you away before you take it. Do not let that happen. Do not let the thief steal your moment. My child, my beloved, I need you to listen carefully, not with your ears, but with your spirit. A door has just been opened, and it is not just any door. It is a divine doorway made just for you. Heaven does not open this often. The spiritual world has waited for you to be in line. You were delayed for a reason. Everything that did not happen before now, that was not punishment. That was getting ready. The wrong relationships had to fall apart. The delays in money, the closed doors, the quiet, it was not because you were forgotten. It was because the weight of the blessing you were meant to carry needed a strength that could only be born through waiting. But the wait is over. The countdown has begun. And now, child, if you open your hands, if you say yes tonight, you will see something beyond logic, something not meant for human effort, but divine speed. My child, my beloved, I need you to listen carefully, not with your ears, but with your spirit. A door has just been opened, and it is not just any door. It is a divine doorway made just for you. Heaven does not open this often. The spiritual world has waited for you to be in line. You were delayed for a reason. Everything that did not happen before now, that was not punishment. That was getting ready. The wrong relationships had to fall apart. The delays in money, the closed doors, the quiet, it was not because you were forgotten. It was because the weight of the blessing you were meant to carry needed a strength that could only be born through waiting. But the wait is over. The countdown has begun. And now, child, if you open your hands, if you say yes tonight, you will see something beyond logic, something not meant for human effort, but divine speed. You have always been different. Have you not felt it? Even as a child, you felt things others could not. You were more sensitive, more burdened, more knowing. People did not understand you, called you too emotional, too intense, too deep. But that depth was never your weakness. It was your divine design. You were made for something higher. And now, heaven is rewarding that design. I have seen the heavens look over your name. I have heard God himself say, they have waited, they have kept going. Now, show them what I can do in a night. And child, when God chooses a night for your break, the world cannot stop it unless you do. My beloved, my child, there is a man, a woman, a link that was once broken, but it was not the end. Heaven has kept that relationship safe. God hid it from your reach so the enemy could not poison it. But now, healing is being turned on. You will hear from them again. You will see something you had lost all hope and suddenly breathe again. But you must be ready, because what is coming is not soft, it is strong, it is fast, it is intense, and it is going to need your full focus. That is why I beg you, stay here. Keep your spirit steady. Do not skip. Do not scroll. Do not close this until it is done. This is your moment, and I do not want to see it pass you by like a wave you were too tired to ride. My beloved, God has whispered to me things I have never heard before about you. I was shown a picture of your home filled with joy. I saw your face glowing, laughing, surrounded by a peace that cannot be bought, and a kind of plenty that does not run dry. I saw the enemy outside your gate, frustrated, blocked, powerless. I saw doors of money swing wide. I saw someone bringing you a gift, one you did not ask for, but always needed. And I was told, this is the night where the seed will be planted that gives birth to all of it. And I was told to tell you that if you obey the call, if you open your heart tonight, your name will echo through the worlds, and your story will be used to lift others who thought they had been forgotten. My child, my beloved, the spiritual world is louder tonight than you can think. The curtain is thinner, the voices are stronger, prayers are moving like fire, like wind, like thunder across the skies, and yours is among them. Heaven is not ignoring you. Heaven is waiting for your yes. Your yes is more powerful than you know. One yes can change generations. One moment of letting go can undo years of pain. And your moment is now. Will you walk away from this divine meeting? Or will you stand like the chosen one you are and receive it? There is a paper in the spiritual world, a decree sealed in light. It says, approved, anointed, appointed, released. And next to those words is your name, not in ink, but in shining gold. God Himself put His mark beside it. But there is one last thing before it comes into your physical world. You must not walk away from this moment. You must believe even when it does not make sense. You must trust even when the proof is not there yet. Because the miracle is already let go. It is only waiting for your heart to take it. My child, my beloved, there is something I must tell you now that cannot be delayed. While you have been praying and waiting, there has been a meeting in heaven about your life. Yes, beloved, heaven has meetings. Choices are made. Times are set. Destinies are looked over. And recently the angels came together. The scrolls were opened. And your name was said out loud before the throne of God, not just whispered, not mentioned in passing, said with strength, with divine power. God said, this one has waited. This one has stayed true. This one has walked through the valley of shadows and still lifted their eyes to the light. This one must now receive what was delayed. And beloved, when God says, it is time, there is no power in the universe that can hold it back. But there is one thing that can still delay it, your choice. Will you take it? Will you open yourself fully to the blessing that is being let go right now? Because this is not a blessing that stays. It is passing through like a sacred wind. It is ready for you, but only if you move in the moment heaven calls. My beloved, I need to share with you something the enemy never wanted you to know. There was a talk in the dark, a plan made to break you before this day came. It was not just bad luck. It was not chance. It was war, spiritual warfare. You may have thought you were just tired, worried, confused, but it was deeper than that. There was a team effort to make you give up right before your set season began, because hell knew what heaven was planning. The darkness saw what was written about you and shook, and that is why everything suddenly went quiet. That is why people walked away. That is why you felt like giving up, because your miracle was closer than it had ever been, and the enemy always attacks what is rising. But guess what? You survived. You are still here, and your miracle is not canceled. It is now rushing toward you like a flood of light. Heaven is fixing everything the enemy tried to bury, but only if you choose to take it before the door closes. My child, my beloved, I need to share with you something the enemy never wanted you to know. There was a talk in the dark, a plan made to break you before this day came. It was not just bad luck. It was not chance. It was war, spiritual warfare. You may have thought you were just tired, worried, confused, but it was deeper than that. There was a team effort to make you give up right before your set season began. Because hell knew what heaven was planning. The darkness saw what was written about you and shook. And that is why everything suddenly went quiet. That is why people walked away. That is why you felt like giving up. Because your miracle was closer than it had ever been. And the enemy always attacks what is rising. But guess what? You survived. You are still here. And your miracle is not canceled. It is now rushing toward you like a flood of light. Heaven is fixing everything the enemy tried to bury, but only if you choose to take it before the door closes. My child, my beloved, this is not just a message. This is a visit. I am not just writing to you. I am standing next to you now in the Spirit. I am watching over your room, your family, your thoughts, your fears. And I am speaking into the place where you have been hurting quietly. You do not have to act strong anymore. You do not have to carry this alone. For too long, you have been the one others lean on. For too long, you have been smiling while your heart quietly breaks. For too long, you have been asking if anyone truly sees what you go through. I see it. God sees it. And tonight, yes, tonight, you will be lifted. There is no delay left in your spirit. The heavens are taking away every block between you and what is yours. But you must believe this with your whole heart, not half, not just a little, fully, because heaven only gives at the level of your letting go. Are you ready to receive what was once impossible? There is someone in your life who will be shocked by what God is about to do for you. They counted you out. They thought your best season had already passed. They looked at your struggle and thought it was the end. But they did not see what God saw. They did not know you were being tested, made pure, made ready. They did not know you were about to rise not just in heart, but in spirit, in money, and in relationships. They did not know that while they laughed behind closed doors, heaven was making ready your crowning. Yes, child, crowning. You are not just being fixed. You are being given a crown. You will walk in a kind of favor that cannot be explained. And those who thought you were small will see how big your name becomes. But you must obey. You must not doubt, and above all, you must not skip this divine hour. My child, my beloved, a gift is being wrapped in the unseen. A letter is being sent to the earth from heaven's mail. It has your name on it. Inside that letter is something you prayed for long ago and forgot. Something you gave up on. Something you thought was lost forever. But God never forgot. Heaven keeps every word you have ever spoken in faith. Every tear you cried in secret was collected in golden bottles. And now those bottles are tipping. Now the overflow is being let go. I am shaking even as I give this, because I know what happens when a chosen one says yes at the right time. I have seen lives change overnight. I have seen the sick healed, the left behind chosen, the forgotten favored, all in one night. And I have never seen a divine line up quite like this one. You, right now, are standing at the edge of something that cannot be undone. And if you cross this line, your life will be marked by the miraculous forever. My child, my beloved, heaven does not cry often. But tonight I saw tears fall. And they were not tears of sadness, they were tears of waiting. Waiting for you to believe again. Waiting for you to step into what has already been made ready. You see, your miracle is not being made. It is already done. It is already formed. It is already glowing with your name written in golden fire. But heaven cannot hand it to you until your spirit says, yes. Until your heart opens fully. There are blessings in your life that have circled and circled and circled, unable to land because every time they come near, your fear speaks louder than your faith. But tonight is different. This night is soaked in holy oil. This moment is full of favor. And child, if you let this pass again, I do not know when the line up will return. I am not saying this to scare you. I am saying this to wake you up. Because too many times you have asked heaven for a sign, and this is it. My beloved, there is a sound in the heavenly world, and it is getting louder by the second. It is the sound of your name being whispered through the halls of angels. It is the sound of chains breaking quietly. It is the sound of a scroll unrolling, your scroll. And do you know what is written on it? Fixing, paying back, buying back, letting go. These are not just words, these are sacred tasks. And one of those tasks is you. You have an angel sent to your break. You have an army watching over your calling. But all of heaven pauses now, waiting for your answer. You are not too late. You are not too far. You have not missed your chance. But the window is open now, and it will not stay open forever. Tonight has been set apart. Heaven has marked this hour with urgency and promise. If you open yourself to it now, you will remember this night for the rest of your life. My child, my beloved, there are people who looked at your journey and quietly judged you. They thought you were cursed. They said nothing ever works for them. Some felt sorry for you. Others laughed at you. And a few just left. But none of them knew the truth. None of them saw what I saw. None of them saw the spiritual fights you won in quiet. But now they will see what it looks like when heaven rewards a true soul. They will see what happens when divine turn begins. The same mouths that doubted you will one day say, "Only God could have done this." The same doors that shut in your face will call you back with need. The same tears you cried in private will become rivers of story, and the season of almost will become the season of plenty. But child, it all starts with one choice tonight. Will you accept what God has been trying to give you this whole time? Share this prophetic word with your network now. Sharing will activate the anointing, and share that breakthrough with those you love. My beloved, my child, my beloved, there are people who looked at your journey and quietly judged you. They thought you were cursed. They said nothing ever works for them. Some felt sorry for you. Others laughed at you, and a few just left. But none of them knew the truth. None of them saw what I saw. None of them saw the spiritual fights you won in quiet. But now they will see what it looks like when heaven rewards a true soul. They will see what happens when divine turn begins. The same mouths that doubted you will one day say, "Only God could have done this." The same doors that shut in your face will call you back with need. The same tears you cried in private will become rivers of story. And the season of almost will become the season of plenty. But child, it all starts with one choice tonight. Will you accept what God has been trying to give you this whole time? My beloved, there is something I must show. Something sacred. Something hidden. There is a room in the heavenly world that very few ever see. It is called the Vault of Delayed Blessings. And inside it are gifts, boxes wrapped in light, some covered in dust. These are blessings that were meant for people but were never taken. Because they gave up. They walked away. They let doubt take over at the last moment. And tonight, I was shown that one of the brightest boxes there has your name on it. But it is not sealed yet. It is still there. It is still beating with your wave. Heaven is ready to send it, but not by force. God never forces miracles. He offers them. And tonight, the offer has been given one more time. This night was chosen. You were led here. This is not fun. This is not chance. This is prophecy. And I am speaking straight to your heart. My child, my beloved, do you feel the burn in your chest, the flutter in your soul? That is not worry. That is knowing. Your spirit remembers this sound. It remembers the voice of angels. It remembers what heaven feels like. And that is why you cannot scroll away. That is why your hands are shaking a little, because you are being pulled into your own divine meeting, a destiny moment, one that was said over you long before you ever took your first breath. Your family may not know who you are. Your friends may not see your calling, but heaven knows. And it is time for you to rise. It is time to leave behind the fear, the shame, the brokenness, the stories others wrote for you. God is writing your chapter again, and the pen is moving as we speak. But you must let him finish the sentence. Do not stop the miracle with doubt. Do not quiet the divine whisper with logic. This is not the time to be smart. This is the time to be bold. This is the time to say, I believe, even when it does not make sense. My beloved, I will not stop speaking until your spirit gets how serious this is. There are angelic forces moving right now in your air. I see them clearing the space around your home. I see the curtain thinning over your situation. I see a crack in the problem that once seemed unshakable. And through that crack, light is pouring in. I see a relationship being fixed. I see a money move being set. I see medical reports being changed. I see a chance you did not expect knocking. One that goes past your skills and chooses you simply because God said, that one is mine. This is the miracle that has been chasing you. This is the moment you were not supposed to miss. And tonight is your answer. Tonight, something sacred is being written in the heavens, and I want you to get how rare this moment is. Not every night carries this weight. Not every prayer is answered in such power. But this night, this exact night, was set aside before time began. The points of your soul have lined up with the decree of heaven, and the trumpet has sounded for your release. There is no longer a delay. There is no longer a block. There is no longer confusion about your next step. The light is pouring through, and your name is being said in places your feet have not even reached yet. Yes, doors are about to open in rooms you have never entered. Yes, talks are being had about you without you even knowing it. And yes, the favor that once seemed impossible is now chasing after you like a rushing wind. But child, this is not automatic. You must claim it. You must spiritually open the envelope God has put in front of your soul. That is why this message found you. That is why your heart is racing. That is why you feel like something is coming, because it is. My beloved, do you not see it yet? Do you not feel how real this is? The world of heaven is not far from you. It is all around you. And while others are sleeping, distracted by the noise of the world, you are being asked into something forever. I have seen miracles delayed because someone did not answer in time. And I have seen miracles sped up in those who said, yes, with shaking hands. Tonight, if you whisper a quiet yes from your soul, all of heaven will answer. The angels will start to move faster. The chains that once held your ankles will melt away. The loops that repeated for generations in your family line, being poor, heartbreak, being left, will begin to snap like dry branches in the fire. I am not offering a dream. I am giving prophecy. And I am telling you, this moment carries fire. This moment carries finality. This moment carries the mark of God. My child, my beloved, you were not born to just get by. You were born to climb, to rise above every limit put on your name. You were born to carry light even in the darkest rooms. And tonight heaven is reminding you of who you really are. Not who they said you were, not what your past tried to name, but who you were before the world touched you. You are royalty. You are chosen. You are the one who was hidden, not because you were forgotten, but because you were being kept safe. God was not saying no to you. He was protecting you. And now that the danger has passed, now that your faith has grown, he says, let go of the blessing. Let it be done. My child, my beloved, you were not born to just get by. You were born to climb, to rise above every limit put on your name. You were born to carry light even in the darkest rooms. And tonight, heaven is reminding you of who you really are. Not who they said you were. Not what your past tried to name, but who you were before the world touched you. You are royalty. You are chosen. You are the one who was hidden, not because you were forgotten, but because you were being kept safe. God was not saying no to you. He was protecting you. And now that the danger has passed, now that your faith has grown, he says, let go of the blessing. Let it be done. There is a sound only your spirit can hear right now. It is the sound of angel wings brushing against the walls around your heart. It is the sound of heaven leaning closer. God does not shout, he whispers. And his whisper is reaching your soul. Will you answer it? Will you accept what is yours before it passes? Too many of my children have walked away at the last hour. They were one prayer away, one act of faith away, one moment of staying open just a little longer, and then they left. They scrolled. They turned their eyes somewhere else, and the miracle, the one with their name on it, was sent back to the vaults of heaven. Please, my beloved, do not let that happen to you. Not again. Not after all you have gone through. My beloved, there is someone who broke your heart, someone you trusted, and their betrayal has kept you in spiritual limbo. But I need you to hear me. They do not control your future. Their actions did not erase your calling. Their quiet did not undo your worth. Heaven is not interested in who left you. Heaven is focused on who stayed. And I stayed. Your angels stayed. God stayed. And now something better than what you lost is being made ready for you. A new link, a healed friendship, a strong fixing. And it is not coming with lies or pain. It is coming with joy. But the miracle is soft. It needs your faith to land. You must water it with belief. You must shelter it with hope. If you do, it will bloom in ways you have never seen before. My child, my beloved, your home is about to feel different. The air is changing. You may begin to feel warmth, chills, or sudden peace in certain rooms. That is because I have entered. That is because the angels are all around the spaces where you once cried. I see you lying awake at night, asking the path, asking heaven, did I miss something? And tonight, I have come to answer, no, you did not miss it. It is still yours. It is still coming. But this is the last invite, the last moment. The countdown has started, and once it hits its last second, heaven must turn its focus. That is why I am begging, not from a place of needing, but from a place of hurry. You were not meant to live a normal life. You were meant to walk in the supernatural. Beloved, even now, I see a figure watching over you, someone from your past who left this world, but still prays for you from the realm of light. They are standing beside me. They are smiling. Their hands are reaching toward you. They have seen the whole picture. They know what is waiting for you, and they are asking on your behalf right now. They are saying, please do not give up. Please take this. Please believe again. And I am echoing their voice. I am putting my sword between you and the enemy. I am drawing a line the darkness cannot cross, but you, beloved, must walk forward. Even if your knees are shaking, even if your voice shakes. Walk. The miracle is just steps away. It is not behind you. It is not with the ones who left. It is ahead of you, waiting. My child, my beloved, there are blessings that run, and then there are blessings that wait. Yours has been waiting, not because you were not ready, but because the world around you was not ready to see what is about to be shown. When heaven chooses to lift someone up, there is a wave that touches everything. Your family, your money, your friendships, your favor. That is why it took so long. That is why things moved slower than your prayers. Because this miracle is not just about you. It is about the people who will be changed through you. The healing that will flow out of your story. The lives that will be turned because of your rising. And now heaven has decided it is safe to let it go. The base is firm, the air is clear, and the seal is broken. Your name is echoing through the halls of heaven, and the angelic hosts are moving to bring what has been hidden in the spirit. But child, you must stay present. Do not let distractions steal what generations have been waiting for. This is the night. This is the hour. This is the gate, wide open and glowing with light. My beloved, there are no chances when it comes to the timing of heaven. The very moment you opened this message, something shifted in your air. Do you not feel it? That sudden stillness, that deep stir in your chest, that breath you did not know you were holding. That is because your spirit knows truth faster than your mind does. Your soul remembers what your eyes have not seen yet, and tonight, your soul knows this moment is real. This message is not just words. It is a living wave. A sacred signal sent straight to your heart to remind you that you have never been alone. Not once, even in the darkest hour, even when it felt like no one understood, even when your bed felt colder than usual and your phone was quiet for days. We were there. I was there. And tonight, I have not come with empty hands. I come with keys. I come with scrolls. I come with divine orders to give you that which was locked away in light for this very moment. My child, my beloved, someone once told you that you were too much, too emotional, too intense, too soft, too spiritual. But those words were not truth. They were shadows. You were never too much. You were just too divine for small minds to get. You were made for more. You were made with fire in your voice and gold in your bones. You were not born to fit in. You were born to rise. And that is exactly why the last season broke you the way it did. It had to test your wings. It had to teach you to hear the whisper of God, even when the wind was loud. And now, because you listened, because you did not give up, you are being rewarded. Not with scraps, not with second chances, but with something entirely new. A blessing so perfect it will feel like it was carved from the deepest part of your prayers. And it was. My beloved, my child, my beloved, someone once told you that you were too much, too emotional, too intense, too soft, too spiritual. But those words were not truth, they were shadows. You were never too much. You were just too divine for small minds to get. You were made for more. You were made with fire in your voice and gold in your bones. You were not born to fit in. You were born to rise. And that is exactly why the last season broke you the way it did. It had to test your wings. It had to teach you to hear the whisper of God, even when the wind was loud. And now, because you listened, because you did not give up, you are being rewarded. Not with scraps, not with second chances, but with something entirely new. A blessing so perfect it will feel like it was carved from the deepest part of your prayers. And it was. My beloved, there is someone coming to you. Someone whose heart has been stirred. Someone who sees you differently now. They have had dreams about you. They have heard your name even when no one said it. And they have been looking, waiting, asking if they would ever be allowed to speak the truth. This link is not ordinary. It is a soul contract, a divine promise made long ago, and it is now being turned on again. You will see it when it arrives, not because of what they say, but because of how your soul feels in their presence. Calm. Safe. Known. But this link can only turn on if your heart is open. If you are present, if you are awake. That is why heaven is begging you. Do not walk away from this moment. This is the night that decides what the next 10 years of your life look like. This is the night that heaven wrote in gold ink, divine help. My child, my beloved, do not think for a second that you are behind. The enemy has been whispering that lie for years. You are too late. You have missed too much. You have wasted time. But that voice is not from God. God does not shame his children. He fixes them. And what you think is delay, God calls divine keeping. There were people, places, and paths that looked right, but would have ended in pain. And God blocked them, even when you cried over them. Even when you begged to go that way, he shut the door because he saw what you could not. And now, he is opening something better. Something safe, something sacred. But you have to trust him again. You have to let go of the pain. You have to stop holding on to what already let go of you. The miracle will not arrive if your hands are still full of yesterday's ashes. My beloved, there is oil on your name, an anointing so rare that even the darkness knows not to touch you directly. That is why the attacks have been through others, through systems, through your own mind, but they could never destroy you. And now, they cannot even find you, because you are about to be hidden in favor. God is about to put a veil of divine protection over your next steps. Those who once watched your every move will be blind. Those who spoke against you will be quiet. And those who laughed at you will wonder how the one they pushed away became the one they now look up to. But you must walk with grace. You must carry this miracle with maturity. You must not brag, but give praise, because this miracle is not just for you. It is for everyone who will be lifted by your story. My child, my beloved, you are going into something holy. You are not just crossing into a new chapter. You are walking into a new name. Who you were is no longer who you are, and who you are is not yet who you will be. You are in the divine in-between, a doorway, a hall between the old and the new, and it is narrow, it is sacred, it is short, and if you blink you might miss the opening. That is why I am here. That is why I am begging. That is why heaven has stopped everything else. Because this moment, this one, has been marked with your name and sealed with heaven's fire. My child, my beloved, you were never forgotten. I need you to hear that with the deepest part of your spirit, because for too long you have carried the pain of being unseen. You gave, you waited, you believed, and still it felt like heaven was quiet. You looked around and saw others being blessed. You wondered if maybe you were skipped, but you were not. You were set aside, not because you were not worthy, but because what heaven was making ready for you needed time, layers, and safety. It was never about delay, it was about design. You are not someone who will receive what is common. You are someone God marked for the amazing. And now that the clock has hit this sacred hour, the vault that held your name is finally unlocking. The miracle was not denied. It was being kept safe. And tonight it is being let go. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go, through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. You can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. My beloved, there is a storm you have been walking through quietly, one that no one around you fully sees. You have worn strength like armor, but inside you have been tired, worn out, asking how much longer you can keep standing. But I was sent to tell you this: the storm is ending. The spiritual weather is changing. The skies that felt so heavy are about to open with light. And not just any light, a glory light. One that tells of your coming out, your healing, your return. You are not coming out of this with empty hands. You are coming out with treasures that could only be found in the valley. People will look at you and see only the outside, but heaven will see the roots that were planted in the soil of pain, and the harvest that now must bloom. I saw the angels tending your soul like a garden. They cried when you cried. They fought for you when you had no strength to pray. And now they are happy, because the winds are shifting, and your miracle is rising. My child, my beloved, a page is turning in your life that no one can stop. Even if people around you try to keep you small, even if they still talk to the old version of you, even if they doubt, laugh, or make you less, none of it can hold back what heaven is about to do. This next chapter will not need their okay. It will not wait for their permission. It is between you and the Most High. And I, Archangel Michael, have been given divine permission to walk beside you as it happens. But there is a warning in my heart. If you keep trying to explain your calling to those who refuse to listen, you may delay the miracle that is already moving toward you. It is time to stop making yourself small. It is time to stop waiting for them to get it. The calling on your life is louder than their doubt, and the anointing on your name is heavier than their quiet. Step boldly. Step now, because the path will appear the moment you decide to walk. Before you go, share this message with someone who needs this breakthrough. Sharing this prophetic word will activate the anointing and spread the miracle to your network. My beloved, before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life if you follow it. You won't just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step, your abundance awaits.